All right, how about now? Can you listen to me? Okay, guys, we had a little bit of an issue. We had a little bit of an issue with Zoom, but now I think students are listening. All right, let's do this.
Agora sim, teacher. Agora sim.
Yes, excellent. English all the time, Italo Junior. How can I say agora sim in English?
Now, yeah?
Now, yeah? Now, yeah? I don't know. Now, yeah sounds like Portuguese, right? That sounds like Portuguese. Now, yeah. I think you'd rather say, oh yeah, now. Oh yeah, now. That sounds more like English, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Oh yeah, now it's working. Now it's working. Or simply, it's working. Okay? It's working now, teacher. It's working now, teacher. That will sound more like a native speaker speaking. All right? Yeah. Davi, can you listen to us?
Yeah, they can.
Awesome, awesome. So we have our former student Talia Lima with us on Instagram, and we have our students here on Zoom, and also we have students accessing this live session through the YouTube. So if you are on YouTube right now, click on the arrow share button and share this link with at least 5 to 10 groups, all right? I'll be more than glad to assist you. Welcome to our IL session held every Wednesday at around 7 o'clock-ish. We are here to help you practice English with our volunteer friends from across the globe. Yeah, and also to help our students practice their English. Yeah. All right. So if you have any questions, you can drop your question down this little balloon with a question mark inside. Okay. And I'll be more than happy to assist you with any question. Now, if you are on YouTube, you have a chat room on your right or down below the, well, if you are on a computer on your right, but if you are on your cell phone, the chat room is below the screen. Okay, so you can send message, okay, in the chat room as well. Click, please, in the like button and share this link with everyone around. So we have our friends here, Antonio, Alex, willing to join us this evening to practice his English. Now, Antonio, do you speak English? I'm talking to you. Do you speak English? I'm not sure if you speak English. Oh, this is an activity from our kids this afternoon. So tell me, Davi and Italo Jr., how was your day?
My day was very, very, very normal. Very,
Very
very
normal.
tired.
You had a very normal day.
Tired.
So
Uh,
you got tired?
nothing special.
Nothing special? Oh no. You got nothing special for dessert? Or you got nothing special in your day? Or you just didn't do much of different than a regular day?
I didn't do.
A lot of different stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Right.
You didn't do a lot of different stuff along your day. That's good. What did you do today?
Uh, I I got up and and I sit in the sofa.
You sat on the sofa.
Yeah, yeah.
You sat on the so
And
you woke up, you got up, you sat on the sofa, and then you asked, "What's going to happen today?"
I eat my breakfast and
So you ate your
I
breakfast. What did you have for breakfast? Tell us. What did you have for breakfast?
uh how can I say rosca in English, teacher?
Oh, that's a donut? A donut
Donuts.
bread? Okay, a donut? Is it a donut?
I think so.
Oh, rosca in Brazil is not the same as in the United States. Because rosca there is a donut, which is a rosquinha. In
Yeah,
Brazil, rosca is a big bread like this, right?
right. Yeah, right.
Yes. And it's rosca in Brazil, it's a big bread like this, and there is a particular shape. I think that's why they call it rosca. It's they braid the dough, okay? They braid the dough, braid. Oh God, that's not what I meant. Braid. They braid the dough. Yeah, they braid the dough, okay?
Okay.
That's a rosca in Brazil. They braid the dough and they make a huge bread like this. Now, was this a homemade homemade bread or some bread, some bread from the bakery? Was this a homemade bread or some bread from the bakery that you got?
There was some bread.
It was some bread from the bakery.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, sure.
Okay. Very good. Now, after having your breakfast, what did you do?
I I wore my
You-
I I
Sorry?
watch videos. I watch videos in YouTube.
You watched
And
videos on YouTube.
yeah,
You watched videos on YouTube. Let me guess, you watched English videos or videos about English language.
videos about games, teacher.
How come I never see you in my VGS class, Davi? I never seen you in the VGS class. You are one of our greatest players and you're never there.
In the last days, my internet is down. Was down.
Oh, in the
Yeah, yeah.
past few days, my internet was down.
Was
My
yeah.
internet, internet was down.
Because I miss the class of Friday.
Ah, how can I say that in English? That's why, because no, that's why I missed. What class did you miss?
Friday, last Friday
Oh, that's why I missed last Friday
class.
music jam class. See, that's how we put it in English. So that's why I missed last Friday music jam class.
Me too, teacher.
I know you guys picked a great song. I am a
I was in bus. I was in bus.
Where are the guys? Where were you? Where were you again?
In bus, I'm traveling this day.
I was in a bus. Okay, I was in a bus. I was traveling that day, not this day. This day is today. It's that day, okay?
Okay, okay.
I was in a bus and I was traveling that day, okay? And I was traveling that day. Oh, That was the day you were coming from Goiânia, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Okay, I got it. Very good. Now tell me, Italo Junior, how have you been recently? How have you been? This is a different way to ask how are you, okay, guys? This is how are you, but it's a very stylish way, okay? How have you been these past few days? Past few days is a chunk of language, okay? So, how have you been, Italo Júnior?
Teacher, how can I say resolver? Tipo, na questão de resolver problemas. Resolver.
Solve. I've been solving. All right. Welcome to our class, Ivoneide Pereira and Isa Lima, Victoria, and everyone else. I've been solving what? What have you been solving? Your life.
I coming here to talking things for solving? Não. Eu queria resolver. A palavra resolver tinha que ser resolver. A palavra no presente mesmo.
Solve.
Solve.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's right. Say I come here solve. I come here to Araguaína solve.
Well,
Right?
the question is how have you been these past few days? How have you been? Answer. Okay. So I've been solving. No, I've been good, bad, so what?
É porque eu ia chegar lá ainda.
But in English, you first things first, answer the question. How have you been these past few days? That's what I asked you. Okay? That's what I asked you. So you should say,
Okay.
I've been good. I've been bad. I've been okay. Then you're going to tell me the reason why, okay? Then you're going to tell me the reason.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you the question once again. Welcome to our IL session, Alex Silva AC, wherever you are from. Okay. So, Italo Junior, how have you been these past few days?
I good, teacher.
I've been
Yes. I've been good. I've been good.
good. Now that you answered the question, you are going to tell me the story that you are supposed to tell me, okay? That's going to show how good you've been these days.
But have it to be in present, no?
No, well, this is present perfect, my friend.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the present, okay? So I'm at the question is, how have you been these past few days? I've been good. So this is from one point in the past up to the present right now, because that's present perfect, okay? So there's one point in the past up to now, okay? Jeez, someone calling me from Paraná. Hell no. Okay, Italo Junior, did you get that?
Yeah.
So that's the question. Okay, now you are going to tell me the story in the present or in the past. What do you want? Past or present?
Okay. What? Sorry?
Tell me the story. Tell me the story.
Um,
Oh, teacher, these days I've done this and this.
how can I say como eu estava dizendo?
Like I was saying, saying.
Like I was saying. Right?
Yeah.
Like I was saying.
Go ahead.
Like I was saying, I'm
Mhm.
coming here to Araguaína for I forgot like say resolver.
Okay, first things first. You are coming, if you say you are coming, you are in the bus right now, coming from Araguaína to from Goiânia. Are you in the bus right now?
No, no, no.
No,
I'm
so
not.
it's not I'm coming. It's I came. I came,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
okay, past.
In the past. Yeah.
Oh, it's better. It's better. So, teacher. So, okay. Let's put a so. So I've been good. So, like I was saying, I came here. Okay. I came back here. You came back because you are here. You went to Goiânia and then you came back. Okay.
Okay.
Does that
Yeah.
make sense to you? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Does that make any sense to you? Okay. So it's not just came. You came back because you were in Araguaína, you went to Goiânia, and then you came back. All right?
All right. Yeah.
Very good. So, like
So,
I
like
came
I was saying,
here to do what? To
to,
solve, right?
yeah,
Solve what?
I came back here to solve
Uh,
problems. How can I say problemas pessoais? Vai continuar solve?
yeah,
Solve,
solve.
solve,
Well,
solve people's or
uh,
not?
solve problems.
Solve
Okay.
problems.
Well, we
Yeah.
say first, we don't say problems in this case, we say personal issues.
Yeah, é isso que eu tava tentando lembrar. O
Okay. Personal issues.
personal.
Yeah. So I came back here to solve some
I came back here to solve
some personal issues. Okay?
some personal issues.
Issue.
Tem um som de X, o dois S?
Well, I usually put an X there, but I think the best pronunciation is issue. I just don't like to say issue. I don't know why. I just like to say issue with an issue. But let me check here because I think I might have already heard issue as well. Let me check if there is a double pronunciation. Yes, there is a double pronunciation. You can say issue, issue, or specifically British, issue. British English, issue. American English, issue. Okay?
issue,
American English, issue. British English, issue. Okay?
Ok, ok.
All right. So tell me, Italu, let me check whether, David, can you check whether our friend Keith Davis is joining us this evening, please?
Okay, okay.
Just check with him in private, please, whether he is coming to join us this evening or not. All right?
In the group of WhatsApp.
In the WhatsApp group, not the group of WhatsApp, the WhatsApp
Okay.
group. Okay? Thank you.
He
Uh,
didn't say anything.
yeah, he didn't say anything yet, but we usually when I when I tag him, tag like this, huh? Tag him, okay? In WhatsApp, when I tag him, he replies really fast, okay? So let me put that. When I tag him, he usually replies really quick, okay? When I tag him on WhatsApp, he usually replies really quick. And No, that's bad translation. Okay, bad translation. All right. So tell me a little bit more about your day, Italo Junior. What did you do today?
I'm only watching movies, teacher.
Oh, pick one movie and tell me about this movie.
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Can you pick one movie, one of the movies that you watch, and tell me about it?
The name of movie?
Yeah, pick one. You said you watched movie, a lot of movies. Choose one, pick one, and tell me about it.
Teacher, how can I say maratonando? Os americanos falam isso também, maratonando? Tipo,
Maratonando? I
então,
did I
vendo
did
de
a
novo.
marathon. I did a marathon. Yeah? I
Yeah,
did
a gente tem que ver depois se eles usam esse mesmo termo, né? Essa expressão.
marathon. Marathon. Okay? I did a marathon. I watched a lot of movies.
Marathon.
I watched a lot of movies. So pick one movie. Okay?
The
Pick
first
one
movie,
Pick one movie and tell me all about it. I love listening about movies.
I was saw again the Avengers Endgame.
I rewatch it.
I rewatched it.
I rewatch it.
Watch it.
Rewatch it.
Rewatch it.
Chad, no. Rewatch it.
Oh yeah, like
I rewatch it.
I rewatched it.
Rewatch it.
Rewatch it.
Yes, there you go. Good job. So you rewatch it Avengers, right?
Right?
Ex-
Endgame.
Endgame.
Yeah.
Now, do you really like this movie?
Yeah, of course.
So tell me, what's the most interesting part of this movie?
The part of the Captain Marvel destroy the
Spaceship.
Spaceship. Yeah.
The part when. Because
When
movie, so there is a
when
timeline. Okay, the movie has a
yeah,
beginning and an ending, right? So
when
the
like
part when Captain Marvel destroys
destroy us.
yeah, the part when Captain Marvel destroys the spaceship. That's the end of the movie, right?
Right. Is the final battle.
The final battle. Yeah, that's the final battle. That's right. That's the final battle. That's right. Now, have you ever read these Avengers adventures in the comic book?
No. Yeah, I'm not. How can I say infelizmente?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, you ever read it in the comic book?
Unfortunately not.
Unfortunately not. Unfortunately. Wow, that's a long word. Unfortunately not. Yeah, unfortunately not.
Unfortunately not.
Very good. So, what are the parts of this movie do you like? Tell me one part in specific.
When Captain America get up there, levantar, tá certo? Levantar, it's get up.
Just say it. Just say it.
Okay, let's do it. The part of Captain America get up the Mjolnir.
The part when Captain
The part
America
when I ever forgot this word.
That's okay.
The part when Captain America get up, the Mjolnir.
I didn't get this, the last part. Get up what?
Mjolnir, martelo. How can I say martelo? É o martelo do Thor.
Hammer.
Its name
Hammer. So what you say is the name of the hammer? The name of
Mjolnir. Mjolnir.
Thor's hammer. Let me check. Thor's
É,
hammer. Let me check.
Mjolnir.
Thor's hammer.
Mjolnir and Stormbreaker.
Do you know how to spell that name?
Sorry?
Do you know how to spell that name?
I don't know. I'm not understanding this.
That's the, here's the
That
pronunciation. Now, let me get it.
Mjolnir.
All right, so Thor's hammer redirects here. For Thor's hammer in Marvel Comics, see Mjolnir. I think it's pronounced, let me check the pronunciation. Let me check the proper pronunciation here. Not sure. Oh, Mjolnir. Mjolnir. Yeah, the intonation is in the beginning of the word. So Mjolnir. 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 Okay. Mjolnir.
Teacher, do you know here? Do you know here this? Here, ler. How can I say ler? Eu esqueci. Deu branco.
Read.
Read.
What was your question again?
Do you know read this?
Okay. Do you know how to read?
Yeah, do you know how to read?
Yeah. Do you know how to read that?
That.
Yeah. Or can you, well, I think a better question is correct. It's okay to say that, but I think it would sound more natural if you say, can you read that? Can you read that? Okay.
Okay.
Because can be saber, poder ou conseguir in Portuguese, okay?
Okay.
So that's not a good translation because it can be você consegue ler isso? Can you read it? You're talking about those symbols here, right? The IPA symbols, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I can read all of that. I studied
Really?
all of it. Yes, I can read that in any language. If you give me that, I can pronounce it like the native speaker. Okay, if you give me that. Okay, because
Okay.
that's a universal pattern for
What
language.
language this is? What language that?
That this is not language. This is called phonetics. And in this dictionary, you got the phonetics
I did not
and
know this.
you got the phonology. This is the phonology, okay?
Oh yeah, okay.
Phonetics. Okay, the phonetics has a pattern, okay? These are phonetic symbols. Yeah, phonetic symbols. But the phonology will borrow from the target language. In this case, I am writing
Borrow.
borrow. Yeah, tomar emprestado. Borrow.
Okay.
Teacher.
Hey, Kid Davis. Good evening.
Hey, ¿cómo que se está? How you doing?
Doing okay. You came for a class on phonetics and phonology this evening. Yay!
Actually, I took linguistics and wait a minute. I took phonetics and wait a minute. Linguistics and phonetics course many years ago.
Yeah. So you have phonology, Italo Junior, and phonetics. So phonetics is the way how you represent the sounds worldwide, okay? So there is this IPA, which is the International Phonetics Association. Okay, it's a worldwide association of linguists. They decide which letter, which symbol represents that sound. Okay, so
Okay,
this
teacher.
is international, and then you have the phonology. The phonology is how you write it to represent the sound according to your language. Okay, so this is
Yeah.
written according to English language. Okay, so
Okay.
Americans will understand because they are native speakers, so they will understand phonology really easy. But Brazilians will have a hard time to read that, the phonology. Okay, a really hard time to understand the phonology unless you write it based in the Portuguese language. So if I write the phonology of this word based in the Portuguese language is shoe. Let me get here. So you're going to put like shoe. Issue. And you put it in between bars like this, slashes actually. All right.
Put it in.
Yeah, you put it in between slashes. Okay.
How can write this word, teacher?
You put it in between
Okay, you put it in between.
slashes. Okay. You put it in between slashes. Okay. So issue, that's the Portuguese phonology of the English language. See?
Yeah, I see.
Let's see how we graph it in English. So it's shoe with double O, because that's the sound for O for you in English. Ooh, like boots. Okay, so it's represented by a double O in the phonology. Now, in the phonetic is a whole different story. They use this symbol. This symbol represents not the U, but the U sound, the long U sound, okay? Just like the E represents the short sound. Issue and issue, sue in the British English. So British English, issue. American English, issue. All right?
All right.
All right. Now, I don't want to talk about phonetics and phonology. I want to talk about your day, Italo Junior. So you're telling me about the minior, the miniorni, yeah, the miniornier, yeah, the no, miniornier, no, it's mealnier, the mealnier is mealnier, okay? Wow, that's different. It's very English.
In Portuguese is Mjolnir.
Yeah,
Mjolnir.
meal, the
Mjolnir.
meal, okay? So you were talking about the Mjolnir, which is Thor's hammer. Okay, so you're talking about this part of the movie when Captain American
Take.
took,
Took.
took the Mjolnir, okay? And what did he do? What did he, what did he do with the Mjolnir?
What I say?
No, what did Captain American did with
America.
Yeah. Yeah.
America.
Okay.
the What did he do?
How can I say sentou o sarrafo no Thanos? Eu juro que eu queria falar isso, cara, em inglês.
Keith Davis, have you ever heard about sentar o sarrafo em alguém?
Tentar o quê?
Go ahead, Italo Júnior, explain.
Sentar o sarrafo, que é tipo bater muito no cara, entendeu? Tipo, bater com muita vontade, cara.
Não, teria que escrever isso para que eu possa saber como se escreve, porque nunca ouvi falar essa expressão.
Yeah, that's a very interesting expression for you to learn, ladies. Sentar o sarrafo. Ok? Sentar o sarrafo.
Sentar o
É tipo
sarrafo.
meter a porrada.
Meter a porrada.
É,
Ok?
meter a porrada. Muito, muito, né? Bater
But
muito.
sentar o sarrafo is more like I think it's a country expression. Okay? I think it's a countryside expression. All right? Sentar o sarrafo. Or probably an expression from the northeast of the country. Okay? It's an expression from the northeast of the
Yeah,
country.
I'm seeing descer o sarrafo, quer dizer bater, agredir,
Yeah.
socar, espancar, meter a porrada, meter
Descer.
a mão na cara. Mulher desceu o sarrafo no marido quando ele chegou. Ok.
É isso mesmo, é isso mesmo.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like beat him up, I guess.
Beat him up. That's what I thought.
Descer o sarrafo, sentar o sarrafo.
Beat someone up.
Deve ser uma expressão bem tipo, como você falou, do campo.
Yeah, beat someone up.
É, mas
Yeah.
muita gente usa, né, Tisha? Ela não é, tipo assim, muito... como é que eu falo? Não é muito específica assim também, não, né? Acho que muita gente conhece, né?
Well, that's what I'm telling you. It sounds to me that this expression is something like it's something old, not well used by elders or people from the countryside. Okay, it sounds to me that people from the countryside and elders use it more often, or actually parents will use that as well, but not just any kind of parent. Okay, not just any kind of parent. Parents from the countryside, okay? Parents from the northeast of the country. Yeah. That's my guess, okay? That's what I feel about it. Okay?
Yeah, it's kind of like some of the expressions I read to you out of the Southern Dictionary that time.
There you go. There you go. Southern Dictionary. It's probably something like the Southern Dictionary expression that you told me the other day.
Yeah, well, I got a good one for you. I thought about the other day, and I thought, I wonder how you say that in Portuguese, or if there's even equivalent. And I asked my buddies on WhatsApp, and nobody could give me a real answer. So a gente usa a expressão to talk above somebody's head or talk over somebody's head. And todos meus amigos brasileiros tentaram traduzir para mim, mas não sabem, diz que não existe um equivalente exato em português.
To talk above somebody's head?
Or talk over somebody's head. Isso quer dizer, fala de uma maneira tão... E falar de uma maneira que é além do nível de compreensão da pessoa. Por exemplo, vou te dar um pouco de contexto.
All right.
You have to talk with children, you have to talk simple, because if you use big words, you'll be talking over their head and they won't understand.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, I know.
I got it. It's
Mas
like you were talking too much. You were pushing on them, right?
You're using, it's like, okay, I'll give an
Palavras
example.
difíceis.
I'll give an example at work. Let me think. Let me see if I got to do this real de uma forma bem genérica. Deixa eu pensar. Let me think. Oh God, can't think. I think of one, but I want to think of a better one. It's like you're using these big words when if you use it and nobody understands. You almost have to use a dictionary. So okay, I'll give you an example. I was in jury duty many years ago, and everybody that was called for jury duty had to be cross-examined. I don't know if that's cross-examined or interrogated by the lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is how the lawyer talks. He basically wants to know if you are for capital punishment or against capital punishment.
Right.
And what he's trying to do is he's using these big words.
I know what you mean now. I already know what you mean.
But I'm gonna give you an example. This is funny. So he says to me, somebody comes up to the witness stand or whatever, and this guy, he's from one of our little towns. He's not probably got a lot of education.
Mm-hmm.
So the lawyer talked to him like this. So, Mr. Rodriguez, so you're telling me, Rick, that you would not, despite the overwhelming odds, over the mitigating circumstances, without any shadow of doubt, but under no circumstances, regardless of what the circumstances, vote for be in favor of capital punishment. And the guy said, "Hey man, I don't know what you said," and the whole jury room just fell over laughing. And the judge told the lawyer, says, "Tone down your language." Because he was talking so proper, so formal, so highfalutin.
I know what you mean. That's in Portuguese. That's called ser prolixo. There's no other way to say it. Ser prolixo. Você está sendo prolixo. Is when you're talking, when you're using big words over somebody's head. Yeah.
Eu nunca ouvi essa palavra.
The capacity. Ser prolixo. Come on.
Nunca ouvi.
Well, get that one for your collection because that's the expression, ser prolixo. Yeah. Okay? And this expression is usually used in formal situations because you're never going to have a situation where you're going to use that in, well, you might have some situations where you're going to use that are informal, but most of the time you're going to use that in formal situations, not in informal ones. Okay, so it's ser prolixo, okay? So quando você é prolixo, você usa palavras muito rebuscadas que outra pessoa não entende, tá? Você usa frases, períodos muito longos, como você deu exemplo.
Usa palavras do dicionário, palavras que ninguém entende.
Exatamente, palavras do dicionário, períodos muito longos para dizer uma coisa simples, ok?
Yeah, and so no caso do advogado, ele falava dessa maneira para tipo enganar a pessoa que estava sendo interrogada, para fazer ele duvidar. E em alguns casos as pessoas falam dessa maneira para tentar se exibir, para mostrar que são super inteligentes, que são uma pessoa de muito estudo, and you know, try to talk over people's head.
Yeah, that's prolixo, okay?
Yeah, it says here prolixo quer dizer wordy, long-winded.
There's no
verboso, verbose, that's palavroso. Aparentemente não existe nenhum. Eu tento interpretar isso dizendo, está falando de maneira além do nível de compreensão da pessoa. That way, I think they would get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, well, that would sound just proper if you're talking like to a neighbor, to a friend, okay? But if you are in the courtroom, if you are talking to an authority. Okay, the term that you're going to use, and that has been used much more on a daily basis. People have been using this more often in Brazil. Ser prolixo. Okay, Italo Júnior, Davi, ser prolixo is exactly what Keith Davis just explained in English. Okay, to talk over somebody's head. Okay, so we have. Ah, você está sendo muito prolixo. É muito comum você ouvir isso, né?
Yeah. E por isso, quando eu estou interpretando, muitas vezes eu tenho que lembrar, não. Muitas vezes tenho que chamar a atenção à enfermeira, ao médico, especialmente se eu sei que meu cliente é uma pessoa sem muitos estudos. Eu tenho que dizer para ele, falo simples para que eu interpreto de maneira simples, porque a pessoa com quem estou falando não, é numa vila, é de uma aldeia, do campo, meio caipira, e tem que falar sempre, de uma forma simples. Or is this one... this one translator of mine says, don't talk doctorese, that's a made-up word. Don't talk doctorese to the patient, talk simple.
Yeah, I love that.
But at the same time, you have to be careful not to talk down to the person.
Yeah, talk
down to the person. I think that's like, the only thing you guys got close to that is, fala para alguém como se fosse criança.
It's like belittling.
Yeah, falar de uma maneira condescendente, but nobody's going to understand that either. So I just say, não fala com as pessoas como se fossem crianças, because that's like degradante. Yeah, it's degrading.
Yeah, degrading. Why is not translating my belittle? Google. My spelling. No, my spelling is correct. To belittle. Belittle. There you go. To belittle someone. Yeah. Talk down. To belittle someone.
So like I said, you can't talk over somebody's head, or especially using jargon. A lot of times you can't talk medical jargon to people that have never studied medicine or who have very little, because they don't understand.
Yeah.
What is jargão? Jargão médico? Assim se diz em português.
Yes, jargão. That's the jargão médico.
Jargão médico. Yeah, in my profession, you have to learn the jargão médico to be able to interpret what the doctors or the nurses said, because, but sometimes if the patient is from a rural area, a village or someplace way far from the city, they may have never heard of these words before, even though I'm translating right. Because we take it for granted here in America that everybody has the same thing that we do, that everybody has the same level of education, that everything's the same everywhere, and it's not. Case in point, a lot of times when my patients talk to me, they'll say, I have an appointment at the hospital, and I'm thinking, no, this is the health department. It's a clinic. It's not a hospital. Wow. And I couldn't understand, why are they calling the health department a hospital? Why? And then I found out from talking to my patients and from hearing about COVID, the hospitals in some países do terceiro mundo are small, and they're basically the size of the health department where I work. They're not very big.
That's right.
And here in America, the concept of a hospital is always a big building with many floors where people get internados.
It's like a company, right? It's like an industry.
Yeah. The people go there to have children. They go there for if they cut their arm, if they're bleeding, if they break a bone, if they break a bone, have a concussion. something serious.
Yeah. So do you work in a hospital or in a medical center?
A health department.
The health department. Neither one. The health department.
No, see, here's a chance I have to explain the language and the culture to the patient, because in their mind, they're coming to the hospital.
That's what I call language access, Keith Davis. That's a term I coined in the beginning of the creation of my methodology. So that's what I call language access. Sometimes you have to explain language so the person can access it. Okay, and there are specific questions and statements that will do that transition. Okay, like you just did. That's very resourceful, especially if you are translating from one language to the other. So sometimes you have to explain culture. So you have to give a piece of information. This piece of information is what I call language access, because we'll help the people to be able to understand you. Okay. So language goes way further than just words and grammar, way further. Because you have to understand the surroundings, the context. You have to understand the semantics behind it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Just like, here's a like, for example, we have to explain to our patients, we are not a walk-in clinic. And that does not translate. We say, você tem que agendar. Atenção é por agendamento somente. Medical attention is by services by appointment only. And
Right.
The idea of a walk-in clinic does not translate. We just have to say, you have to, I think in your culture, you would say you have to have an appointment, just like that, not walking. There's so many phraseologies we say in English that we just assume that the people have everywhere, and you just don't.
That's right. That's equals to agendar.
Here's another one. I worked in the pediatric section. We sold that, incidentally. We made a distinction between a sick visit and a well visit. A well visit is basically when the child is well, he has no problems. The doctor does all these tests. Checks the general, the eyes, ears, nose, whatever. He's not treating an illness. Okay, a sick visit was the child has a sore throat. He's got an ear infection. He's got a rash. He's just there to be treated for that, and that's it. And so anyway, what I would have the hardest time explaining that in Spanish to the patient, because there's really no equivalent. Like this book said, there's no equivalent to that.
That's pretty interesting. Well visited, sick visited. That's really interesting. Yeah, I don't think we have that in Portuguese as well.
You probably are under the concept of, I'm going to the doctor for, this and that. There's no distinction.
Yeah, we never say something like, I'm going to see the doctor. We never see the doctor. In Portuguese, we either going to do a checkup, which is annually or every semester.
That would be a visit for us.
We use the word checkup. We use the word check-up, fazer check-up, okay? Or we're going to fazer exame, fazer uma consulta, marcar uma consulta, fazer uma consulta. We never say well visit or sick visit. Well, maybe the doctors will have something. I don't see from the side of, as a patient, I don't see anyone using anything like that. Maybe doctors will say something equivalent, but then we have to ask them. Yeah.
Yeah. So these are some of the linguistic issues that come up. Alguns dos problemas linguísticos que surgem. when
Yeah.
I'm translating for people from another country in Spanish or Portuguese or seja lá o que for. So, you know, there's some things that just don't there are some things that don't translate linguistically or culturally. Surgiu uma coisa inesperada. Something unexpected came up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
news.
Keith, David, do you have any questions for Keith this evening, guys? Come on, you. Did you prepare your questions?
No, man. I don't have any.
No.
I'm just listen your
Conversation.
Listening to
conversation.
the conversation. Listening to the conversation. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. I have some news, Professor Gutenberg. The governor of our state just now opened up the COVID shots to essential workers now. So that means anybody that works with the public now can sign up for the shot. I also heard that we have available now the shot in one injection instead of two.
So in the United States, you guys were getting 2 shots?
Yeah, one shot, and then 3 weeks later, they got the second dose. The first dose, the second dose.
Mm-hmm.
I heard recently there's a new shot out, and it's only one.
Only one now.
See, what was happening, I was hearing my coworkers say they got the first dose, they did fine.
Mm-hmm.
They got the second dose, the next day they woke up with a headache, calofrios, chills, what else did they have? Nausea, o que mais? Febre leve, oh no, and I was like, oh no, I ain't getting that thing.
So they had a side effect.
Yeah. Supostamente isso se deu ao fato que o corpo está reagindo à vacina e está, you know, whatever it's doing. It's making your body.
Well, the body is a very intelligent machine.
Exatamente.
So there are many different kinds of strategies to apply a shot or to develop one. Some of them you were going to get the center of the cell or the virus of one specific kind of virus. I forgot the name right now. It's kind of vessel virus. Okay, it's specifically developed to take the medicine or actually the contra virus inside. Okay, so they apply this virus inside this vessel and then they put it in a shot. So you get that shot is full of viruses, but they are good viruses, and inside there is the bad virus. That's something really crazy. I saw the other day, I don't know where. So when the immune system receives that good virus, okay, they will, accept it. But then when it starts to blend in, the virus inside will be felt like part of the system because of the vessel. The vessel was accepted. So the immune system naturally develops not a resistance to the virus, but what does it say? It absorbs its, what do you call it? They absorb the characteristics of the virus and eliminate it without. That's one of the strategies. I'm just telling one of the strategies to develop a shot.
Mm-hmm.
So the immune system will absorb that and will naturally create a positive reaction. So when you got the virus again, so you're not gonna get it because you already have like kind of canceled off, each other. That's one of the strategies. It's something like that. I'm not sure if I'm explaining really well, but that's one of the strategies for a shot. You get a virus inside a protovirus that it's good. It's a vessel virus, only to take the bad virus, so it has a reaction inside, so it will eliminate. It's like it's going to make pieces with the virus, something like that.
Now you know the word strain, a strain of virus, right?
Yeah, the strainer. I have a strainer here at home for tea.
No, I'm talking about strain of virus. Cepa do vírus. Cepa do vírus.
Like this, strain.
Yeah, strain of virus, virus strain.
Yeah, we call it estirpa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cepa, there's all sorts of words for that, yeah. But anyway, what I was going to tell you was, it's interesting.
But the strainer is the filter that we use for tea.
Filter. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Here's another interesting anecdote, or a piece of information. I'll say it that way. They have noticed that a lot of the Afro-Americans and the Hispanics are not participating in the vaccination process.
Who is not?
The Afro-Americans and the Hispanic, the Latino. And so
so they don't believe in the shot.
Huh?
They don't believe in the shot.
Yeah, they got their ressalvas, their reservations, their suas dúvidas. And so what I saw the other day is two Hispanic doctors did a Zoom group like we're doing now, and they invited the Hispanic public to come in for free, and they were educating the people about the pros and cons of the viruses, the myths, the lies, the truths, and that sort of thing, to alleviate their fears or whatever, so they wouldn't be so afraid to get the shot. Also, I heard that there's a group of Black Afro-American doctors that are meeting at a church here in my town because they're trying to do pretty much the same thing. Because they're leaders, they're people of influence, and if they can educate the people with their influence, they would get them. We would see more participation. So I thought it was really interesting.
Wow, I didn't know any of that. That's something really interesting. Because, well, when you see a group of people like the Blacks and the Latinos so organized like that, that's so difficult to imagine in Brazil. I know for a fact that in the US, you guys are really organized, to get what, etc.
Well, I've noticed in Brazil, there's not a distinct Black culture.
No, not
in the United States.
Not really. It's that look that I was explaining to you, I think last year. In Brazil, in general, well, I can't recall the last time I saw someone being racist with a Black person.
Yeah, but what I try to tell people, it's a different.
I'm not saying that there is no racism in Brazil. What I'm telling you is that in Brazil, when you look at a black person, you don't feel like it's different. It's just a black person. We don't say black person. We just say we don't classify in general compared to the US, you know?
Yeah, it's like all I can describe it to you is like somebody told me. I was asking a lady, what was the difference between racism and prejudice up north and racism down south? And the lady was trying to explain it to me. She says, it's a different kind of prejudice, she said. She says, up north, it's like they hide it better. I guess and the culture is more liberal. And plus, historicamente, o norte era contra o racismo, escravidão.
You're talking about the US or Brazil?
The US. So,
the US. Okay.
And so she was saying where down south, she says there is this intense hatred. It goes all the way back, remonta à época de escravidão. It goes all the way back to slave times, and it has carried over or continued, extended through all these years.
Wow.
That's why you see, it's palpable. It's palpable. You can feel it. People from other regions than the West Coast, where people tend to be more liberal. Not that the West Coast is perfect, and people from up north, when they come down south, they say you can feel the rejeição, the rejection, you can feel it. It's just something in the air, and you can tell it by the way people socialize.
Yeah. Wow. We don't have those distinctions. I mean, if there is, it's like in a very specific place. Because I've already traveled to many states and we don't see that. We just don't see that. I don't know. Maybe I am kind of colorblind. Yeah.
Yeah. So so can you imagine? So somebody coming from one region of the USA to our region, it's like almost like going to another country.
That's so odd. That's so odd.
Daltônico, colorblind, daltônico.
Yeah, that's correct.
Eita.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I know daltônico because I had to use that in Spanish in my pediatric days.
It's the same word in Spanish, except for the accent. The accent, no, what do they call it? Oh my gosh. The mark. No, the mark here on top of the O.
Oh, the circumflex O. They have an accent over the O in Spanish.
It's not accent, because accent is language. It's like how you speak.
No. When we study Spanish, we call that an accent.
Oh yeah, in Spanish it's acento, like in Portuguese. But in English there is another word I can't recall right now.
Actually, a lot of Hispanic people, they call it the tilde, and I'm thinking, la tilde? And
La tilde. Yeah, that's right. They say la tilde. They say that. La tilde.
No, la tilde is that thing over the end. This is no, tilde is this. And
oh, yeah. No, they don't have this one in Spanish. They don't have this one in Spanish. That's why they mess up.
Uchil, that's what you guys call it.
They do have la tilde, but not the circumflex one. The circumflex.
Oh. Circumflex O.
Yeah, the circumflex O, but it's not accent. Oh, there is a name for that. I forgot it right now.
Diacrylic mark.
Like a general, a mark. Yeah, I was thinking of mark, but I maybe there anyway. Yeah, all right, guys. Anything else you guys want to talk about this evening? Davi, Junior, Davies. That's our IEL session held every Wednesday at around 7:07-ish. because we have no right time. We just know we're going to be here talking about a lot of stuff, right, Keith Davis?
Isso, cara. Yeah, we'll have to tailor the classes to their interest one of these days.
Yeah.
What is it? Modificar o conteúdo do curso para refletir os interesses das pessoas.
Yeah. Let's check with Davi and Italo Jr. What would you like to talk about next Wednesday, guys? Davi.
How can I say intercâmbio, teacher?
Interchange.
That's
Exchange.
I think that's a good. How can I say? Eu acho que isso rende uma boa conversa.
Oh, you wanted to talk about exchange programs?
Yeah. Eu lembro
Like
que
how
você
to
falou
go to the
bastante.
United States, how to go to other countries.
Tipo estadia, como é que é a viagem. Eu lembro também que você tinha falado sobre tipo umas casas que tipo você fica e tal.
Yeah.
Eu
How
queria
about
saber
you, Italo Jr.?
Which question, teacher?
What would you like to talk about next IL session? Davi said he wants to talk about exchange programs.
E também sobre, tipo, se o Keith já fez alguma viagem ou uma experiência interessante.
Travel.
Ok. E quero saber se eu viajou para outro país. Se eu fui uma vez, eu viajei a outro
I
país.
think
Conta
all
alguma história
of
engraçada,
that can be talked about next class, right? Travel, exchange programs, right?
Tá combinado.
Why don't we talk about that next class? Trips, journeys. What are the differences between travel, trips, journeys, etc.? You're gonna love that, Keith Davis.
Oh yeah, I'll give the answer to that next time.
Italo Júnior, tell me.
Teacher, eu gosto muito de falar sobre filme, então eu acho que sempre é um assunto que me agrada. Então,
Okay. So let's do it like this then. Next class, we're going to be talking about travel, trips, journeys, exchange programs, etc. And then in the following Wednesday, we're going to be talking about movies. Okay, Italo Jr.?
ok, teacher, that's good.
There you go. Now I know Keith Davis is a movie lover, right, Keith?
Nem tanto, mas eu sou aberto, receptivo e flexível.
All right, so that's all good for guys. Just remind me, we are going to be talking about that next IL session, okay? Keith Davis, you have any words to wonder and ponder in this final minutes of our IL session?
Nada me vem na mente que eu saiba, não.
Okay. Now, how's your Portuguese doing?
Não acho que eu estou sofrendo, eu acho que eu me viro bem, eu vou aprendendo uma coisa a cada dia que passa, porque estou estudando português de uma forma intensificada, né? Eu nunca desisto, quando eu aprendo uma língua estrangeira, eu vou até o fim, entendeu?
That's great. You're just like me, yeah. It's a thing that language lovers have for language. They just go through it all. Yeah, that's good. That's great. Now, if you need us, we are here to help you, to assist you, okay, with your Portuguese. And always, whenever you can, just bring your issues and we're going to try to sort them out, okay?
Tá combinado, né?
How can I say tá combinado in English? That's
Yes, It's a
That's
deal.
a deal, guys. Okay,
Combinado, fechado.
that's a deal, guys. All right. Thank you very much.
It's a deal. It's a deal. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very
Teacher.
much, guys. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in our next IL session.
Okay, fui.
Good night, guys. Good night. See you later.
Tô
Tchau.
vazando. Tô vazando.
teacher.
Bye.
In
Bye,
the
guys.
WhatsApp group, I put my recommendation for Music John. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.